Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Today we're looking at the training video for those of you who are on a payment plan. So let's get into it. So here I have opened Firefox, my browser of choice lately. Now, first step is to get onto the LMS. LMS is the Learning Management System. One of the easiest ways is to go to qacademy.com.au, as we can see there. Now, then you can go on to the student login. Now, if the home bar gets in your, this big navigation bar gets in your way, you can always click home and that will get rid of it. So clicking home will get rid of it. Now, coming to the online student login, that's what we want, is this big button over here. Now, this will take you straight to this login page. Now, what I would recommend is that you bookmark this page. So coming up here, bookmarks. Now, a quick little tip is I always put in the bookmarks toolbar, which is up here on the, where you don't have to click on anything, you can see it straight away. Okay, so let's have a look at this. No, I don't want it to remember my password, and I'll accept and continue. This is all the terms and conditions. It's the first time I've logged in under this username. So you have to accept to continue. So once we do that, it'll take us to our home screen. Now, as you can see here, this is the pay-as-you-go or payment plan option. And we just have the starter pack, so the first 18 sessions there. So this is our home screen. Now, on our home screen, you can see this is the main course area here. This is what we'd click on to get started. Some of the other stuff that you can see here is your account and the course catalogue. I'll come back to those and talk to those a little bit later. Okay, so this is how we get started. So we'll click onto the starter pack there, which will show us the modules or the lessons in here. Now, when we first get in here, we can see this is the order that we have to complete the material in. So we can see Massage Essentials number 1, chapter 1. If I expand that there, we can now see chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, all those ones down there. You can see all the different chapters. Now, depending on the session, depends on how many chapters are in that session. Some of the ones which have more interactive content, you might have more activities to do, things like that, will have less sessions. So to get started, let's click on the first lesson there at the top, Massage Essentials number 1, chapter 1. And it'll bring up this window. This window gives us a little bit of information about the session, how long it is, and it also has this option down here, download, where we can download the MP3 file. You can download MP3 files of all of our lessons. Click on that screen there. Now, what will come up will be the lesson. Now, these are all run the same way. We have the teacher up here in the top left-hand corner teaching us the lesson. On the right-hand side, we have the slideshow, which is the lesson that it's about. And then we have these navigation buttons over here. Now, I wouldn't recommend skipping forward in a lesson, but it's great for skipping back. So if you're up to this session, this part of the lesson here, and you think, just wait a second, I want to go back to this part, you can do that. Otherwise, you can use the bar down here like you would for all videos. So it should come up, and depending on your internet connection speed, it's nice and quick. The system's nice and quick, loads up quick, nice and simple. So that's the main lesson part there. Couple of quick little tips. This button here will toggle to the next chapter. So if I was to click that, it would take me straight to ME1, chapter 2. But obviously, first of all, you want to watch all the lesson. You don't want to be skipping through. Now, another good little thing for navigation is this button up here. So if I hover over it, it says toggle sidebar. Now, this button does change position depending on your screen resolution and the browser that you use and a couple of other things. But if you hover it over it, you should always see toggle sidebar comes up. So we can see also there's this option here for you to toggle your top bar. So just get rid of this stuff up the top, a couple of options there. Now, toggling the sidebar, we can see here, it gives you this option then for navigating through the different lessons a little bit differently. Now, you do have to see the material in a serial order, so if you skip forwards, it'll probably give you the warning code. Yep, so you must see the material in serial order. So let's get that sidebar back out. We'll go back to chapter 1, because we need to see our material. You can't just skip around and go wherever you like. So that's the main parts to be aware of. That's the main navigational information. Obviously down here, pause, play, stop, all that sort of thing. I will give you a quick tip there too. Sometimes you may, if you pause and then hit play, or when the lesson first loads up, I have experienced it personally where I get some little issues with the video screen up there not coming up with a video like it should, or the audio not loading up like it should. I can't quite figure out what it is because no one else seems to be able to have the same problem. But if you hit stop and hit play, it always resolves those issues for me. Could be my computer, could be equipment. Technology is a funny thing like that. But I always find stop and play will resolve any issues. Okay, so that's the main part there. Now, the next thing I'll talk about is these little navigational parts here. So we can click into a few different options. This will take you back to that starter pack area where it shows you all the different lessons. And then, of course, the My Courses area will take you back to this home screen here. Now, I told you I'd talk about a couple of things here. Let's have a look at this one first. My Account. So we've got a new window here. Now, My Account, this dashboard area gives you some little interesting areas here. And then you have this My Account part here. Now, My Account is particularly interesting because it allows you to change your password, change your name, your surname, if any of that changes during the course or e-learning course. You might get married, who knows what. You can also change any of your contact details to make sure they're up to date. You can supply some extra details about yourself, change your photo for your status and all that sort of thing. Now, mapped accounts won't apply to you guys. That's to add an account. And you can also see any payments that you've made. But really the settings was where it's at for you. Now, your learning status will show you any courses that you've done, and it'll show you the modules that you've completed, all that side of the information. But mainly the main part that you want to know is just how to change your account details. So I'll close that window. The other thing which I said I'd show you is the course catalog. The course catalog is where you'd come back to once you've finished that initial starter pack to purchase your next 5 sessions. So e-learning pack number 1 is another 5 sessions for that price there. You'd hit add to cart and then you'd purchase that to get your next block of lessons. So that's where it's important. You can also see different options, ways to purchase, and also short courses and other things in the future as they become available. So you can see that's the course catalog area. So back to the home screen, and that's pretty much the training video. That's what you need to know to get started. The main thing which I'll tell you is that when you start up here, when we do our starter pack, the Massage Essentials is a theory chapter. So sit down with your manual. There'll be activities within your manual that you'll have to reference to. As you're reading through Massage Essentials number 1, you'll be looking at your chapter number 1 in your manual. Now, when you get to Massage Practice number 1, that is a theory lesson. However, there are some practical components. So you will need your massage table there to practice setting it up and putting the towels on it and stuff like that. And when you get to Massage Practice number 2, very important information, you will need a massage table. This is a massage course, so you do need a massage table. So you'll also need massage oil, and you'll need the towels, the linen to put on that table. So for the rest of the time, you'll work through all these lessons, and having those DVDs there, they'll help you get through the practical components. So that's a little bit of an overview on getting started and doing the lesson. I hope that's helped, and that's it for me. Okay, thanks guys.